Welcome to the Palace of Megapixels. This is Super Mega Brothers Turbo.
Hello everyone and welcome to Super Mega Crash Brothers Turbo. I'm your host Stephen White and with me today is Todd Stark.
Hello.
And a very, very special guest, the wonderful, lovely variety streamer, Kenzie. Kenzie, how are you today?
Hello.
How are you today, Kenzie?
I am doing fantastic, and you guys?
Oh, we're making it. It's a long day. I think it'll be a long day. But it's fine. It's fine.
It's Saturday.
It is, for those, who aren't in the recording process. It's Monday for you listening. It's fine.
Yeah, it's Saturday for me. All day long.
All day. So, since we've got you, Kenzie, I'm going to ask you a few questions, as I do all of our favorite guests.
Okay.
Why don't you tell everyone just a little bit about yourself?
Okay. My Twitch name is xZenick, but I prefer people call me Kenzie. I'm a variety and creative streamer on Twitch. My favorite things to do are reading, drawing, and playing video games.
Nice.
Would it be weird if I told you my two favorite games are Persona 5 and Cuphead?
Not at all. I think those are some pretty choice games.
Yeah, a lot of people like both of those games.
Mm-hmm. And they're very popular. I still need to get back on Cuphead. I haven't played for a while. And it's not that I don't want to. It's just the convenience of it. I don't know. I've gotten... It's on my computer, and I'm not a big PC gamer, so... That's my fault. It's nothing with the game. It's my fault.
Yeah, I use a controller for it.
Oh, I think you would have to.
Now, for everyone listening, they may remember that our last guest was Mammoth EU, and that happens to be your boyfriend, am I right? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Now, you are not from England.
No,
so,
I'm not. I'm from America, East Coast America.
So
East Coast?
I guess my question is, what kind of prompted you just to say, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going and crossing the ocean, throwing it all into the wind.
One was for Mammoth, and then the other was that for a long time I had interest in studying in England. So I got my study things figured out over here. So
nice.
Yeah.
Did you swim or did you take a boat?
I actually took a plane.
Oh,
there are third options. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that option. I would swim.
Very well.
I don't know that I would make it.
Now, what actually?
Flight. Yeah.
What actually brought you into video game streaming, or just streaming in general?
I've been on Twitch since about late last year, September, when I got really sick, and I was actually homebound from my studies, and then I met a lot of really cool people, and then we kind of had a fallout, but through that, I actually met Lacia and Epla, and we were good friends at the time, and they helped me get streaming going and allowed me to join Epic, so forever thankful for that.
Nice. Yeah. What kind of games do you normally prefer? Now, I've seen you play, like I said, a variety. You're a variety streamer.
Yeah.
But all right. Well, first of all, which ones do you prefer? Ask that first.
Whatever I fancy.
Whatever you fancy?
When I was younger, my brothers never let me touch their video games. So I would sneak in the time when they weren't around the house. So growing up, I tried my best to play Skyrim. And when Destiny rolled out a couple of years ago, I tried to make a third character on my brother's account. But yeah, anything I really like. Cuphead is my first platform game. And I absolutely love it. I don't rage at it, which is really nice. But yeah, I like art, like Persona 5 art styles and Cuphead art styles. If the art style is nice and I'll probably play it.
We've said numerous times before, art style, art direction for video games. I feel like it's a huge selling point. It really brings you in. It's one of the main appeals of Cuphead to me was that. I've seen you play horror games, but yet you seem like you're just not well equipped for it.
No.
I mean, but you still do it, and I have to applaud you for at least trying. You don't just say, "No, I'm not going to do this. I refuse." Because I've seen some people, if it's not their cup of tea, they'll just avoid it altogether. But you at least try, so I dig that. What was the last one that you were playing?
Huh?
What was the last horror game you were playing?
The park.
Yes, the park. That's right.
What's that like? I've
never played it, but it was a fun stream watching it. At least watching her reactions.
That's the best part, though. Like,
I
was saying the other day when PT came out, Twitch was awesome.
Have you ever played PT?
Sorry, what?
Have you ever played PT?
No, I haven't.
What was it? It's just a demo, really.
It was like a playable trailer for the Silent Hills that Konami was going to put out.
Yeah, it's not very long, but it will terrify you.
Oh my god, it's so scary.
Might be something you should look into if you can still find it.
Is it like the Resident Evil 7 demo?
I guess it would kind of be in that vein, but maybe
it would be.
Not quite.
I mean, it's unlike anything you've played, really.
Yeah,
it's terrifying.
Ask Epleb to stream it sometime, because I know he has it. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I'm more of a fan of watching horror games than playing it myself. It's like, oh, okay, I know this is coming, therefore I don't have to play this anymore, right?
Mm-hmm. Now, as far as we were talking about the games that you play, I want to talk about two of them that you've actually played recently. The first one is Figment. Now, from what I saw, visually engaging. I'm sure that was one of the biggest appeals to get you to play it. Now, what were your thoughts on that game specifically?
It's a fantastic game. What drew me to it was the art style, but also the musical element, where you would have certain puzzles where it would actually play tunes for you, or like little parts of the game. I've always loved puzzles, and my counterpart Mammoth here doesn't like puzzles. And he's like, play this so I can don't have to do the puzzle, so I don't have to rage at the puzzles. And I'm like, I'll just take my time, see what's out there. I just love puzzles.
Oh yeah, no,
it was fantastic. 10 out of 10 for sure.
Yeah, I didn't realize there was a musical element. I guess I'd overlooked that, but that's even more intriguing now. I want to play it.
I don't think it's too spoilery.
Spoilery?
Yeah. There's this tree, and you have to get certain musical instruments to like the right pitch in order for it to play, and then that unlocks more parts of the game for you. And it was really cool to just like see the art style of it, and then hear the music. And that was very appealing.
Interesting. Now I want to play that.
It's called Figment?
Figment. Mm-hmm. Now, the second one that you were playing was Yono and the Celestial Elephants. Now, that was a very gorgeous-looking game, very unique. I guess that was kind of I guess it would kind of be a platformer, but not quite. Not in the general sense of a platformer.
It's very similar to Figment in the puzzle unlocking part.
Right.
Yeah. They both have stories, and they both have music elements. Figment more for music, but Yono has a really great story to it, which I really appreciated. And of course, more puzzles.
Right. I do remember you said something, and I don't want to spoil it. Well, it's not spoiled for me, and I don't want you to spoil it. And I'm not going to spoil it for our listeners. But I remember you said that there was a deeper meaning under the story of Yono and the Celestial Elephants, and it kind of intrigued me when you said that and made me want to play a little bit more. Very surface level. You have to do these quests in order to get the next part, and then underneath it's very much about self-discovery. Nice.
I would say.
That's very cool.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. Now, you said you've also done creative streams along with the usual game streams, and you've done I've seen you draw. Have you done anything else outside of just drawing your chibis?
Oh yeah, I do lots. I try to manage what I do in and out of stream because I want it to be entertaining for you guys, my audience, as well as, something I enjoy doing instead of like hammering out certain things. So like I do panel work, I do overlays, emotes on Twitch, pretty much everything. And chibis are for my subscribers, and chibis are called small people, if you didn't know. And it's fun. Like I finished up Eplebs actually off stream.
Nice.
But that was actually through my website that I have, and it was really fun to do. It was very challenging because I've never drawn a cat in like a very cute form. So yeah, it was an experience, and I did record it, so I might upload it. We'll see.
Awesome.
How it goes. Yeah.
I can't wait to see that. What prompted you to actually do creative streams? Like, was that something that was more your field of expertise, something that you felt like it was better for you to do?
Well, I think about a month ago now, I had actually finally purchased a drawing tablet, and basically it's basically like a sketchbook and then a pencil, but it's a tablet and a little drawing pen. Mm-hmm. So it was the same thing, and I had already had Photoshop, and I was working with the mouse the entire time, and then I moved over, and I was like, I think I could do something with this while I was also streaming, something outside of just games, and, I wanted you guys to see what the process is like when I actually draw things. So, that's what prompted me to do it. I was super nervous. The first creative stream.
Right.
I was like, okay, should I do a creative stream, guys? And you were like, yes, do it. So I did. So, yeah, I was super happy with the results.
I do think it does mix things up a little bit to have a creative stream. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy when everyone's playing games or whatnot, but to see something different because they're a little bit more casual and relaxed, I guess. It's just I feel like it's a better time to hang out.
Yeah.
You come in there, you're kind of doing your work, but you're engaging with everybody, you're talking, but you're working. And I feel like they're more fun to kind of sit in on.
Yeah. It's like you're at Starbucks or something, and you're sitting with your classmates, and you're all on your sketch pads or something, and just having a conversation. And it's really fun. Like I very much have an emphasis on chat conversation because I truly enjoy just sharing my experiences, and we just talk back and forth. I could do it for hours.
Right.
That's my favorite kind of streams when they're interactive like that.
Yeah, very, very much interactive conversation. That's even the point of Twitch. If you're just sitting there playing your game or doing whatever you're doing on screen and you're not interacting with your audience, what's the point? I didn't sign up for that. I kind of want that engagement. So, no, I do kind of enjoy those creatives. Now, which do you actually prefer? Would you say streaming games or the creative streams?
Ooh, I don't know. I think creative streams because I actually learn about myself through the process as well. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, I'm not using this correct brush, or oh, this is a different tone. And then like chat learns with me as well. So it's about helping myself as an artist, but if someone who is also interested in art can learn through me, then that's even better.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
that's pretty cool.
Nice take on that.
Yeah, I agree. Now, you said that you're with Epic, obviously, and was there any more to your story as to how you got brought on board?
I mean, the dirty details.
Yeah, if you got it.
This is PG.
Well, I had always been, like, a part of, like, I had always wanted to start streaming, and I had found Lacia through this other streaming group that I had fallen out of touch with. And, I would always just go to her, come to her stream, chat, and then go to Epleb's stream and chat. And I met you guys through that. And it was like, this is an awesome community. And it made me even want to be even more a part of it. Like, in the I think it was very, like, early stages of Epic, too. And I was like, even then, it felt so much like a family, right? So, yeah, definitely made me want to be a part of it.
Nice.
Like this epic team could take on a newbie streamer like me and,
right,
make something out of that. So, I'm forever thankful.
Awesome. Well, we're glad you're here with us today while we are about to get into our usual segments. And like I said, you're more than welcome to chime in on anything.
Yes, chime in.
But first question we always like to ask is, what have you been playing? Kenzie, what have you been playing?
Cuphead.
Cuphead.
Off stream, I like to play around Battlegrounds, PUBG.
Mm-hmm.
Not very good at it, but I like to play it.
I like it.
I recently kind of started planning for the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the early bird, but I do a lot of DIYs, like do it yourself.
Uh-huh.
And so I started knitting a gift for Mammoth in my free time, and I like to sketch a lot. So
I like your sketches.
And emote making. So.
What are you knitting for him? We won't tell him.
He'll listen to this podcast. He's like, just in case, just let it slip, okay? It's fine. It's like, no, knitting something for him.
Well, he can't listen this week.
He has one of two choices to go from, so.
Oh, so
we'll have to see.
We just ban him from listening?
Yeah, not this week. He can't listen this week. Please say it's like a thong underwear.
It's not.
Damn.
Damn it. I wanted to see pictures when you got done.
It'd be very warm if it was.
Todd, what have you been playing?
I have been playing. I played Dead by Daylight for the first time.
And how's that?
Awesome. Yes.
I guess you don't really have anything to compare it to, because I was going to ask comparatively to something like Friday the 13th.
I watched you play Friday the 13th. It's the same but different, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, well, the aesthetic is still the same.
Yeah, it's everybody survived together. I feel like there's more of a clear escape method in Dead by Daylight.
Okay.
And from what I played, it seemed like everybody kind of stuck together. The one thing I don't like is how your means for your weapons, you can take a flashlight and shine it in the killer's eyes and stuns them, right? Well, I don't have a damn flashlight yet, I'm level 8, don't have a flashlight, and some stuff you use and it's gone. I don't like that. After you unlock it with your blood points. But
right.
All in all, it's cool because I always like to kind of work together as a team, and when somebody gets hung up on a hook, which is cool, you can go get them down, and the killer's somewhere, who knows. It's awesome. The killer will walk by and you can hide in the bushes,
so
and they'll just walk by.
Do you not kill the people, or does
you can't?
The killer
there's
not...
no weapons.
So no, but I mean, does the killer not kill the people?
Oh, he can, yeah.
Okay, so what's with the meat hook?
I'm not sure. I wonder if that's how they kill them. You get hung up on the meat hook, and it gives you a chance to get off. It only happens I think I read 4% of the time do you escape from the meat hook, right? Okay. Unless somebody gets you off of it. But then after a certain period of time, these spike-looking spider leg things pop up, and you struggle with it. And that's just pretty much you just buying your time. Hopefully somebody gets you off of it. But if you don't, your ass is dead, because that thing's going to stab you. You're dead.
Right.
But all in all, I like the game. I think I played about 8 or 9 matches, and it was just me and Beth playing, and we escaped 4 out of the. We escaped 4 out of those times. It was a cool ass game. And then I've been playing Shadow of Mordor.
Or Shadow of War?
Shadow of War, yeah. It's Shadow of Mordor. It's just bigger, 1.5. But I don't know, it hasn't caught my attention yet. But the other one didn't either until later on.
Right. Okay.
But it's good.
Fair enough. Well, I've been.
I was fixing to say, what about you? I thought you was fixing to go right into the news.
No. I don't know. I haven't really played too much. I've played a little bit of Injustice 2, just off and on, because it's something I can just pick up and put down at will. But I did mess around with a Steam game that I had. I think I got it for free, a giveaway or whatever. You know what I'm talking about, where they just give games away on streams. It was called Party Hard. Have you ever heard of that?
Is it?
Huh?
What?
Party hard?
No, but I like to do that.
Okay. What it is,
Yeah.
it was an interesting game because I didn't know what to expect. Apparently, you are a very irate person whose neighbors are throwing this big party, and you're angry. So you go and kill everybody at this party. And I was like, all right, that's interesting. But what you have to do is it's a huge party. I think the first or second level that I went to, there were like 80 people well, maybe not 80. It was big, 50, 60, something like that. There were a lot of people.
Right.
And you had to kill them all to win. But you can't be seen. You know, it's not like you can just go in there hacking and slashing. You've got to kill, move the bodies, in hopes that they don't call the cops. So if they do and the cops see you, then you're busted.
Right.
So you have to kill every one of these people.
That sounds awesome.
It's a very interesting...
PC?
Yeah.
Dang it.
It's a very interesting concept. So it took me a while to actually get through it, but it's all about strategy.
What's the art style? What does it look like?
Kind of 8-bit in a way, but
Pixelated.
yeah.
Even better.
Yeah.
Like I love whenever they go that art style and it works. It's an awesome game.
I'll have to show it to you
Yeah.
because I got it. But all right, yeah,
got it
Kind
on
of like
this?
Hotline Miami.
yeah, kind of in that vein.
Awesome. I love that game.
All right, well, we're going to get into our news. It's news time. I thought we'd start off with the news about the Microsoft Kinect. After 7 years and 35 million units, the run of the Microsoft Kinect is coming to an end.
Good riddance.
Back in 2011, it was the fastest selling consumer device that actually held a Guinness World Record.
Yeah, but they lied about it.
But despite its end, the technology that was used within it will still be implemented in various programs and devices such as the HoloLens, Cortana, and Windows Hello.
What
So
the hell is Windows Hello?
I don't know. I guess it's some new Windows project.
I already don't like it because it's got a Windows attached to it.
Well, they're going to force it upon you.
I know, that's what I cannot stand.
I've never really used a Kinect, so
It does not work. I bought one and it does
Yeah.
not work.
I
Not
mean-
like they said, you walk in a room, hello, Timmy, welcome back. And then you just start fighting. You know? No.
Yeah, no.
It does not do that.
that's the beauty of marketing.
First, my name is not Timmy. It called me Timmy 3 times. I'm like, I'm Todd.
Hello, Timmy. Todd.
And I dodged 3 times, and he punched me in the face.
Oh, well. Good riddance, right?
That's what I say. You know, I like how, Sony, they just, here's the camera. Do what you want. They didn't really push it on you.
No, I know that they have those built-in features where you can say PlayStation do this or PlayStation do that. I don't use it. I don't really
I
care.
use them every now and again just to hurry up and get to a certain spot. But, I don't have to have them, and they don't push it on you. Like Kinect was, everything is built around the Kinect, and then I think that caused a really sluggish performance for the Xbox One at the beginning because they forced that on you. A high price tag and that.
Well, they'll never learn their lesson because we've noticed that before. While we're on that, we're going to shift over to the PSVR. Sony has actually stopped production on the original PSVR headset, and they're now rolling out the new model with the updated features and designs we mentioned a few weeks ago.
I want one.
The new model has already launched in Japan and has sold over 200,000 units. The release dates in North America and Europe have not been confirmed, but are likely to be in the very near future.
200,000 is a lot, and that thing is just released within the month. That's a lot.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that is real good. VR is here to stay, I believe.
Now, Sony's actually being very quiet about the changeover, and I think it's to not confuse people, making them think that there's a new
Right. And that's a
headset or
good
something
thing.
like that. Because, we saw Nintendo and their debacle with the Wii U and how that went over. I'm sure they don't want that to happen.
And the changes are minor. I think it goes back to the breakout box.
Yeah, something like
fix
that.
that
They said
problem.
they did some design changes with some of the plugs and stuff like that, just to help it either fit better or be a little bit more streamlined than it was. And I think we've seen that in numerous things
and that's
before.
fine. They
so
all
that's
do
fine.
it.
With the new model underway, old models are now being given a price reduction. So if you've been on the fence about the PSVR, now is a good time to get your hands on
Get
one.
it. I love mine. I mean, it works great. I mean, it's not like your high-end model. You
Right.
know? It works great, though, for what it is,
Yeah. Kenzie, have you ever done VR?
Yes, once at a Halloween party last year.
What'd you play?
My neighbors had a Halloween party, and they're like, try the VR. And it was like Under the Sea Whale Adventure, the least scary one, and I got terrified from it because I was faced the other way, and I turned around, and there's this giant whale in my face, and I screamed. It was pretty bad. Like, it messes with my senses so bad.
Oh, yeah.
It fools your brain. Like, I honestly have to adjust when I come out of it.
Mm-hmm. I think the few that I've played, there's only been a handful that really got me motion sick, and it really depends on what you're doing. Like, the very first time I got motion sick, I think it was a Star Wars, like you're in the X-Wing fighter, and you're having to go up and around all these meteors, and I don't know, the motion of that, it was like, oh, okay, nope. But as soon as I got outside of it, I kind of collected myself and I was fine.
Right.
But once your brain is doing so much, trying to process, why am I not moving? But I'm moving. It doesn't make sense. You just kind of get a little overwhelmed. But it's fun, though.
I was like on the ledge of like a coral, there's a bunch of coral around, and then there was this like cut off. And I walked up to it, and I'm like, why am I doing this to myself?
It's awesome.
Kind of punish yourself, but you're so curious that you just want to keep looking.
Oh, yeah. You get sucked in so deep because it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad you said it was awesome because I have a great picture of you the first time you played VR.
Yeah,
it is a very good picture.
No, it's not a very good picture.
It's awesome.
It makes me look like a fool.
Well, you know what?
Of course, you look like a fool too.
It does, yeah. That's okay though.
But
it was awesome. I think the fact that you reached up and grabbed me.
Just be aware, Kenzie. Trust your
junk.
friends. Don't do VR unless you trust your friends.
Hey, I didn't do it. That was the only time I ever did anything. It was the first time, YOLO, right? So he grabbed my junk, okay? Right? He didn't know. He didn't know I was in front of him. I got the picture, and he's just reaching out. It was so good. I mean, I felt
See what I got to put up with?
Our relationship went to a whole new level that day.
It did. Thank you so much. You get your hands off me. I'm going to move on now. To follow up to our topic from last week about loot boxes, there were a few developers that actually spoke out about loot boxes and what it might actually take for the system to stop being used in video games. There was one comment that stated that those who actually complain are in the minority, that it's really not as bad as it's made out to be. He said, until we have hard data that actually shows the presence of loot boxes in any given title is negatively affecting sales and profitability rather than just being a thing that people talk about on the internet, we should not worry about messaging issues.
You said it just right. When it affects profitability, when they don't make any money off of it, they're going to stop.
Now, Jason Kingsley, the co-founder and CEO of Rebellion, added to that, saying that it's hard to quantify, but it's clearly an issue that's getting its coverage. Whether it's an issue for most or even the majority, that it's not as relevant as being a big issue for some. The reaction to them seems to be so based largely on how they're handled and whether or not the content are game-changing or just cosmetic. Another developer also added that regardless of development costs, developers and publishers are going to attempt to make money. It's a business. Developers have a retirement to save for, families to feed. If people don't like loot boxes and microtransactions, they shouldn't support the game by purchasing them. Now, to be fair, I kind of agree with what that last statement said.
Yeah.
You know, they are trying to run a business. I don't think that a lot of people realize that a lot of the additions, whether it be DLC or extra missions, even the loot boxes for that matter, they are kind of covering a cost where they actually are having to undersell the game. I mean, when was the last? I mean, you see games, they are still holding at a price tag of at least $60, and that's amazing, especially now.
Right.
That they have not gone up in price.
I mean, used to, when you sold 1 million units, you made your money. Now you're not. I can go and guarantee that. Especially with like games like Grand Theft Auto, you've got a few hundred people working on that game. You know, so you've got to sell 15 million to get your money back.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I mean, I can understand the frustrations of it, but you don't have to buy it. I
No,
think
yeah.
that's the other part when people complain about it. You don't have to buy it. Unless it is something that the game is forcing you to do, you don't have to. So you don't just... Granted, there are times I can sit there and look at, like, I'm playing Injustice, and they have loot boxes, essentially much like the way they explain this. And there are costumes, there are, pieces and items I would be like, that'd be kind of cool to have. But I'm not so upset about it, like, I've just got to go spend all this money so I can get this color or this, this specific emblem or outfit. I don't care. The game still plays the same.
Well, you might not care, but I think loot boxes will have a long-term effect, especially when it comes to children, where this is marketed more towards possibly. Right. Kids don't have, they're very do it now. I see this, it was pretty kind of thing. I think the long-term effects could be kids using mom and dad's credit card, whenever they want, and issues like that. And that's my biggest concern. I don't like them.
Yeah.
I think they take away from the actual gameplay. It's kind of like this thing I read from Razer. Like, Mammoth got this new camera. It's the Razer Kill. And it's like giving you the unfair advantage. And although you pay for it, yes, it's kind of, there are statistics that go into it. For example, Call of Duty, I think it's where you are matched up against the Activision thing. Have you read anything on that?
A little bit.
Oh, go ahead.
I've only kind of seen it and skimmed over it. I haven't really looked into it deeply.
Yeah, Activision uses their statistics to actually help their loot boxing crates. So, like, they'll put you against a person who has that advantage that has bought that, and they'll purposely make it so that you're at the unfair advantage. So you don't have the upgrade, and that person's already going to be better than you. And so that makes you want to feel like you have to purchase that loot box or that sniper rifle to feel better and, like, be better. So I see a lot of long-term effects happening from it. I'm not a fan of it, but, like the article states, they have people to feed and, retirement and things like that. I see both the negative and a positive from it.
Well, I mean, even with that regard, with, what the guy said that they have, they have to make money. There are other ways you can go about it other than loot boxes. You can't tell me they couldn't come up, because if you came out with an outfit pack.
Right. So that's what I'm okay with. When you get a pay to win, I don't like that.
No, because at least in that regard, if you're just saying, hey, well, like they do extra characters, they fighting games or stuff. They're like, well, here's a new character that's coming out. Do you want it? Pay $3 or $4. Okay, cool. I'm going to do that because I want that character. Versus, the outfits and stuff like that or weapons. Yeah, I mean, loot boxes. I know I kind of argued in its defense that it's not gambling last week or the week before, but I don't know. It's
a slippery slope.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
They need to look into other methods to make money. There are ways to do it versus this randomized box.
Right. Well, I just don't like pay to win.
Right.
If it does not have any effect on your gaming, I'm okay with it because you don't have to buy it. I've never been one that's got to go in there and buy, the outfit. But every now and again, like Call of Duty, I like that skin for the gun. Yeah. I'll 99 cents, I'll drop it. But I'm not going to go, I don't have to have that to win. When she's talking about like a sniper rifle or some kind of unfair advantage, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Bethesda came out with The Evil Within 2 just recently, and there's nothing like loot boxes or anything like that. The game's fantastic. So they're not needed.
No.
At all.
It's
in order to have a great game.
Yeah, I think there are certain games I can't imagine. I don't understand why a game like Shadow of War would have them. Fighting games, Call of Duty, things like that. I can kind of see where they could be easy to put them in. Yeah. But a game like that, it just seems, I don't know. Well, that's a whole nother topic.
A whole nother topic.
Right. But let's move on to our next little bit of news. On November 7th, the Horizon Zero Dawn expansion, The Frozen Wilds, will come out.
Wait.
And have you got to play the Horizon Zero Dawn?
No. I helped to stream it, though.
It's a wonderful game.
Wonderful.
Love it so
And
much.
John's got mine. John is not here today,
No,
by the
he's
way.
not. Yeah, John's out.
Dick.
He seems to be out a lot lately. That's
John
fine.
this is your fourth unexcused absence, John.
Anyway, the DLC will come out on November 7th, and it's going to be the one and only expansion of the game, which, I mean, that's fine.
How many
It was
hours
a great
did it say
game.
it added?
Yeah,
What, 10? 10 hours? More?
something like that. They said
That's
it's
awesome.
kind of beefy.
$15. I'll take that.
Now, information about the DLC surfaced showing a border zone between the Karja and the Banuk, their tribes in the game, just kind of fill you in.
Thank you.
This border zone is actually being disputed between the two tribes. Now, in this new area, there will be an additional storyline that will go out within the game with new cultures and new relationships for Aloy to explore. The developer also said that the DLC will be available without having to beat the game, but the difficulty level will be kind of a mid to end game level. So I'd probably say 30, 40 probably be good. Something like that. There will also be additional enhancements, a raise on the level cap from 50 to 60, and a few other little additions. I cannot wait.
Are they going to have another platinum trophy?
I doubt it.
Damn it.
Well, why would you need one? You've already done all the other stuff.
Oh, I want another one.
You'll be fine.
No,
You'll be
I
fine
gotta have
without
my
it.
platinum
You'll be
trophy.
fine.
And I'm pissed at Dead by Daylight. I played 8 matches, didn't get a trophy. One.
Not one?
Not one.
Well, did you see what you needed to do?
No.
Well, maybe you should research.
You're probably right.
Because maybe you just didn't do what you needed to do.
Well, I mean, I got 9 people off of a damn hook. I figured you'd get something. It's probably
maybe
10.
Yeah, probably 10.
Yeah.
9 out of 10.
Yeah.
A little tidbit that I found is that Konami announced that they are apparently pushing forward a live-action movie and TV series of the video game Contra.
WTF.
Yeah.
Why?
Really?
I don't know.
They need to stick to their little Kino machines and shut the hell up.
I mean, there literally are no other details other than them saying, "Hey, we're doing this."
You have to unlock it by doing up, up, down, down, left, right, A, B, start.
That would be hilarious. And you know that's going to be in the game.
What's the code? What's the code to the door?
what's
It's
the
up,
code?
Up, down, down,
I don't
left,
know.
right, A, B, start.
You know they'll put it in there. It'll be a lame joke. I want to be excited, but it's just
Is Arnold Schwarzenegger in it?
I doubt it.
No, I
In
don't
fact,
watch it.
they released like a small little synopsis about, I guess, what they want it to be, and the 2 lead characters' names were not American.
They're Jack and Daxter.
So I'm gonna assume this is gonna be a Japanese project that will probably be import. I'm guessing. I don't know.
They're going to get Tommy from The Best of the Best. Do you remember that movie?
Yeah, I
And
do.
Eric Roberts.
There you go. Why not? They're not doing anything.
James Earl Jones is going to be their commander.
All right. Well, I'm going to move on because there's not much more we can say. It's just out there. It's in the world. Contra's coming, apparently. Why there's, I don't know.
Yay!
Woo!
Our next little news story revolves around Super Mario Odyssey. Now, the game has just released yesterday, since we said on the
yeah,
27th. It's getting rave reviews across the board. I've seen nothing but 10s.
Looks fresh.
One of the most memorable aspects of the game so far, the trailers, is the main theme called Jump Up Superstar. And it's actually found its way up the iTunes chart.
What the hell?
Yeah,
People buy everything.
they do. Jump Up Superstar was released on iTunes just a few days ago, and it's found itself as high as into the top 40 at number 37 over the weekend.
How's
And
it
at
go?
this point...
Jump up, superstar. Jump up, superstar.
No, it's not.
This is Halloween.
Yeah, you are botching that song.
I know. This is.
At this point, it's actually dropped a little bit, but the game hadn't released at that point, so I'd say by now it probably jumped back up in popularity.
You mean go look?
Yeah.
Let's look.
Have you? You've kind of botched it, Kenzie. You've heard the song that they played.
I don't think I have.
It's a
fixing to
very
play
catchy
it,
song. So if you hear it, if you've watched the trailer, obviously I'm pretty sure it's in every trailer. So it's just a catchy little. I don't really know what kind of genre
Like the
it falls
Wii Shop
into.
music?
It's kind of swing music, I guess. And I would sing it, but I'm not going to do that.
Please do it.
I can't sing like her, Pauline.
What's her name?
Pauline. Now, I'm sure that's not the singer's name. The character in the game, it's Pauline. It's from Donkey Kong, his girlfriend from Donkey Kong. So she's singing this song, and it's just "Jump Up Superstar." That's as good as I'm going. I told you I'm not. I'm gonna keep looking, and I'm gonna move on.
Well, I got best of the week right here. I don't see Jump Up Superstar.
We'll look up Jump Up Superstar and see if it's on there.
Okay.
All right. Well, our next little bit of news is around Pokemon. Todd's favorite.
God damn it! I hate Pokemon.
The return of Team Rocket seems imminent with the new Pokemon game. On the back of both Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon download cards, you'll find a Team Rocket male and female grunt in their battle pose. This could mean a few things, like Team Rocket could be appearing in the Alola region, or maybe it's just through Ultra Wormholes players could play and get access to the Kanto region. Who knows?
I found it. This one, the first review on it says, "This song cured my cancer."
Wow.
I want to play it.
Powerful.
Let me play it.
Oh, you want to?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna stop so we can hear "Jump Up Superstar."
Here we go, off the rails. Don't you know it's time to raise our sails?
Okay, no.
It's freedom
No.
like you never.
You didn't even get to the hook.
That didn't hook me at all.
Well, that didn't. That's why the other is called the hook. Anyway.
You gotta jump to the hook.
Yeah, you got to jump to the hook.
The only hook I need is in Dead by Daylight. It's Halloween.
Also, while we're on the subject of Pokemon, during an interview with Game Freak, it was implied that Ultra Sun and Moon will be the culmination of the entire series on the 3DS, presumably before the core Pokemon RPG series moves to a new home on the Nintendo Switch.
Well, congratulations, Nintendo Switch.
Game Freak director...
3DS in the other room.
Yeah. Game Freak director Shigeru Omori explained that the company has seen each of its 3DS games as the full extent of what could be achieved on the handheld console. Why are you touching me?
I love you, man.
All right. That's enough of that. He says, when we were making Pokemon X and Y, we were really trying to push the 3DS system to its absolute limits, which is what we thought we had done. But when Sun and Moon came around, we completely redesigned the system and actually ended up pushing the 3DS even further than what we thought it was going to be able to draw out of it. Now, if they plan on moving this to the 3DS, or not the 3DS, but from the 3DS to the Switch, the entire Pokemon series, because it has been a staple of the handheld series, I feel like that, me personally, if they do that, the 3DS is dead.
They're not going to kill 3DS.
But that will do it, because that's a system seller.
Yeah, but they're not going to.
Yeah.
They're not going to move it. They're going to just port it. It'll still be
not
on
if they
3DS.
build a whole new game for the Switch.
Well, yeah.
Unless they really push their Tamagotchis onto the 3DS Nintendo, I think it could be bad for the 3DS. Because I have some of the Pokemon games, and I have the Tamagotchi life, which is like making your friends and experiencing like a life on an island, and it's super fun. Mm-hmm. And I think there's only certain things you can do that's exclusive to the 3DS on it. So,
right,
it's yeah.
I mean, it does.
I think Nintendo dominates that market.
They do.
Yeah, they
I mean,
have.
and I think that's what they're really trying to do with the Switch. I think they found a way to take what they do best, which is a handheld, the portable, take your game with you, and combine it with a console. And again, honestly, I feel like that if Pokemon leaves 3DS and there's not going to be any more there, or the handheld market in general for Nintendo, we're going to see the end of that. And I think Nintendo at that point is really going to push this idea of what the Switch is.
Right.
Like that will be what their consoles are now.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. If they don't go that route with every console, this would be the perfect time to push everything on the Switch and really just sell the hell out of that console. And then when that's done, hey, here's our new 3DS. and then you sell the hell out of that. So they're
Yeah.
in a perfect spot.
Yeah, they could really take hold right now if they play their cards right.
Yeah.
So we'll see what they do because they've been doing questionable stuff over the
And
years.
they could really screw it up too.
Yeah, they
Because
really
I'm
could.
all for. It's time if you got a console that acts like the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, acts like the 3DS. Don't make another 3DS right now.
Just let it be.
Yeah, let all
Let
that
it
go,
be.
and then push the Switch, and then, just like I said, Nintendo hire me, okay?
Yeah,
I will
he'll do great.
bring you. I'll make like their controllers would look like dildos.
Way to go.
I
That's
wouldn't
fantastic.
mean to. It would just
But
happen.
it would just happen because
It would
that's
just
where your brain is.
Because like this, you would have rollers.
I'm gonna move on. You guys didn't have to witness that. Warner Brothers announced that the game Lego Dimensions will not receive any further expansions. The Toys to Life adventure game that brought together Lego versions of DC superheroes, Lord of the Rings, Sonic the Hedgehog, The Simpsons, Harry Potter, and so many more things was launched over 2 years ago across multiple consoles and found a very dedicated audience. I always thought it looked pretty fun.
Yeah.
The idea of having Marty McFly hang out with Superman, just you know, why not? That sounds pretty cool.
And you
Even
could do
Scooby in the game.
Any franchise, you know, Lego-wise or whatever you call it.
And you know, I'll be honest with you. I got a soft spot for Lego games
I do
for
too.
whatever
They're
reason. I think it's because they're so unique in a way, and it's getting to play with these characters, but in a whole nother way that it's not taking itself seriously. It's like playing with toys, like you're a kid again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I kind of enjoy that. Like I'm looking forward to. I think they've got one coming out in a few weeks. Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. Mm-hmm. Like I've been dying. I can't wait to play it.
Did you just say they're not making any more Dimensions though?
Yeah, Dimensions. I think they're putting that down.
Which makes me think Disney's seen the writing on the wall.
For what?
Their Infinity.
Oh, I thought they already put that to bed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They seen it coming.
Oh,
Like,
you're
why
saying
not get out of
that's
it
why
now?
they shut it down
Yeah.
prematurely.
Next is going to be Skylanders.
Yeah, because I'd never understood that. I mean, Nintendo. I'll give credit. Nintendo's killing it with the amiibos.
Yeah, but Nintendo has that nostalgic thing, and people are collecting these things. I mean, honestly, what does an amiibo do? It doesn't do
I
much.
have no idea.
Right. People are buying these damn things and putting it right over here on that shelf like I'm doing with stuff.
Now, I know
Like
that.
Funkos.
Yeah, and Funkos. Yeah, how have they got so popular so
Right.
fast? It's just amazing. But I'm a sucker for them too. You'll see something like, I kind of want that.
I know. Any Walking Dead Funko, I want the hell out of it as soon as I see it.
Yeah.
I think I saw like a Godzilla and King Kong one the other day, and they
want
were like
both of those.
mega sized, and I was like, I kind of want that,
Yeah.
and I don't know why.
It's just gonna keep falling.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Well, but yeah, I mean, I never got into the Dimensions. I guess, like I said, it looked kind of fun, but I'm okay with the
Yeah.
other stuff. So
Yeah, well, I think it gets to the point you're like, come on, man, I don't have any more room for this crap.
yeah, and once it got to that point of, well, you kind of got to buy this character and that character, and the buying toys thing, that's about as bad as loot boxes.
Right. Well, yeah and no, I guess, because I don't know.
Nah.
But what I hated, like with Skylanders, is hey, the new game came out. You got to have a whole new damn pad and everything, and I don't know. It's just, I'm just glad Peyton grew out of that.
Like she said, kids are suckers.
Yeah,
And they will eat it up.
Yeah, kids love that stuff,
you can't-
especially with the digitalized age right now.
I'm just glad that Skylanders
See
characters are not
5-year-olds with
digital.
the iPhone 7, and I'm like, I'm still carrying around my iPhone 6S. So.
Right? Why do kids
Yeah.
need cell phones?
6S Plus.
Woo!
Woo!
Another quick tidbit is a new DLC featuring Freddy Krueger was released for Dead by Daylight. Now,
Yes.
we know that we mentioned that was a rumor.
Yes.
However, I'm noticing that this is only on Steam
I'm
or
pissed
PC
about that.
right now. I haven't seen it on consoles yet, but I'm sure it'll come around.
It needs to come right now. It's Halloween, damn it.
I have it for PC.
Yeah, you know, I debated because I'd purchased it myself. I have Dead by Daylight now on PS4, and after I got it, I looked on Steam and I was like, I could have gotten this so much cheaper because their sales were so much better. Say again?
Is it on a Steam sale right now?
Yes, it was like, I think I paid, how much was it on sale for? I
think you said 17.
Yeah, $17.99 on PlayStation, and then I go on Steam and it's on sale for $10, and I was like, I could have gotten this for $7 cheaper, and then all the DLC that went with it was also on sale, and I could have got that cheaper too.
I think I got all of it. Like Michael Myers was in mine.
I got him and Leatherface.
Yeah, Leatherface got me. Michael Myers is fast.
I haven't. I just never played it. I've seen lots of gameplay for it, though.
Well, if you do, I hope you stream it because I want to watch.
I'd be horrible at it.
No, it's so much fun. It's like playing hide and go seek. It really is. It's awesome.
Now, just to point out my disappointment with this Freddy DLC, I love Freddy, but it's not Robert Englund Freddy. It's Jackie Earle Haley Freddy. And I love Jackie Earle Haley. He's a great guy. But he's not the Freddy I wanted.
No.
So,
I mean, his Freddy look is okay, but like, it's
you
the
can't
voice,
beat
man.
the classic.
No, it's the attitude and the voice.
So I'm a little disappointed, but I at the same time kind of expected it because I know, didn't Mortal Kombat 9, they did that?
Yeah, they did
And-
him and was it Leatherface? Was Leatherface on there?
No, I think Kratos was in,
Was it Kratos?
yeah, PlayStation 3 version.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But he seems to be the go-to Freddy now, so it's fine. It's whatever. But that does kind of raise the question now, are we going to see other characters? Because we had that discussion before. Now that we've pretty much got 3 horror icons, we know Jason's not going to come over because he's got his own game. But are there going to be others?
I want to see Victor
I think
Crowley.
there will be.
I think it would be cool. I think it would be unwise for them not to continue to push that because
Yeah.
if you can do it here, why not?
Right. I want to see.
And it's all in one game. You don't have to worry about, I got to go buy this Halloween game or I got to go buy this, Leatherface game. It's just like, nope, we have this one game and you can have all your horror icons right here.
right there in one place. It's like Walmart.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, like I said, Leatherface was the big hook for me, so I'm in. I'd love to see
Leatherface
what
is
else
cool.
they
He comes at you like this.
I
Scared the hell out of me.
I love that movie so much. All right, next bit is about the Ataribox we've mentioned.
I read about this.
Yeah, the Ataribox console is
gonna
due
fuck
to
it up.
launch in the second quarter of 2018 through a crowdfunding campaign, which I still feel like is
makes no
weird.
sense.
Yeah, this is Atari. They should have money. Anyway, they said it won't just be targeting retro gamers. They said that the Atari announced a few weeks ago that its specifications will be comparable to a mid-range PC. The console will run on Linux rather than Android, like the Ouya. Wasn't that
Ouya.
Ouya? I don't remember.
That was a
I
real
don't-
winner.
Yeah, that did not go over well at
I
all.
think that's probably like a paperweight now.
Yeah. It was a terrible console. Speaking with the former Microsoft executive Ed Fries in an interview transcribed by VentureBeat, the creator and general manager of... Ooh, gosh, why? I'm not going to say all that.
Just
This
say it.
guy explained why... This guy explained why
It's in
the...
Japanese.
No, it's... I don't know what it is. Fargo Conolda. That's...
Yeah, because if you didn't know, I speak some pretty good Japanese.
No, this is not Japanese. This is, well, it just looks like gibberish. I'm sorry, general manager guy of whatever this is. Anyway, this guy explained why the Ataribox will succeed in the company's plans where the Valve Steam machine has so resoundingly failed. Now, have either of you messed around with the Steam machine? Because I'd actually looked at one.
I mean, it's pretty much just a box that hooks directly to Steam. That's your interface, right?
So why would that be a bad thing?
It's not a bad thing. It's just Atari.
I'm curious as to why they said it's failed. I didn't know that it failed.
Are you talking about the Steam machine?
Yeah.
Yeah. It just I don't know.
Nobody. Well, I guess it does seem like an unnecessary piece of equipment.
Because there's already a PC.
Yeah.
I really feel like
Yeah.
everybody's got PC and they're not going to jump to that. And if you've got a console and you're going to you get your choice between a PC and a Steam machine, you're going to pay $500 for. I mean, it's like $4.99 for one of those Steam machines, right?
Yeah.
So you're just going to go get a PC because you can do so much
Yeah.
more with it.
Fair enough.
Plus, you would have to get a capture card for consoles if you wanted to, stream it or something.
Right,
so
right.
it's like that extra expense.
Yeah, I can see that. you know they were actually giving those away not that long ago? A few weeks ago, they were selling them for $1 on Steam.
What?
Yeah,
Wow.
I missed that. I was like, well, damn, that would have been awesome. One single buck, I would have paid it.
For what, a capture card?
No, for a Steam box or whatever they're called.
$1?
$1 Steam machine. No kidding. It was like one day only they did it.
Damn.
Yeah,
I'd have done that.
I would have too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I missed it. I think it was like October 18th.
That was just like a week ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all should have told me.
I
Y'all
didn't
both
know.
should've
I didn't
told
know
me.
until after the fact.
They need to let
Because I was like, oh, is this happening now? And I went over there and it was like, no, it's $50 again. I was like, well,
They're only $50.
yeah.
Like
What are
me
you
when I check my
complaining about?
emails a day late. Oh, I missed it.
Because it's $50.
So they just send you a box. They send you a Steam box. What does it go to? Your PC?
I'm not sure how it hooks up, but it's supposed to work kind of in tandem. Like either you hook it up to your PC or it hooks up to your Wi-Fi, and then you can play your games on your TV. Something like that.
I want that. I want that.
But if
But
it's
no, I can't do it. I can't do it because my wife. I have HughesNet.
yeah, there we go.
HughesNet sucks.
I had Bright House when I was in America.
What was it?
Bright House.
Bright House? I don't think I've heard of them.
Is
It's
this?
really good. Like 200 down.
Nice.
Yeah, I have like 200 kilobytes down. It's horrible. Like dial-up is better than HughesNet.
Well, anyway.
Now you're struggling.
The quote from this Colonad guy, because that's what I'm going to call him.
Colonad.
Colon. I know I ruined that. I'm sorry. I'm not really. Steam is an amazing company. This is his quote. He says, "But I think when you give away too much of the experience, you just write a standard and let multiple other companies build boxes, you get into trouble there." I don't even know what that means. We want you to be super open, but we also want to deliver an integrated experience for the customers that buy our box. They can plug it in, switch it on, and be playing one harmonious experiment. And the thing with Steam is that you have so many people building the boxes at different prices and structures, it's so cumbersome to do that in a unified way. He said, "We want to own this box. The design is something we spend a lot of time on, trying to make it right. We also want to get the price point and an audience, so we're going to be focusing on indie games. It's not just for AAA development like Sony and Microsoft. There are incredible indie games out there. It's not just always about the graphics. A game like Undertale has sold millions of copies, and that's almost Commodore 64 type graphics.
Let's be honest, it looks way better than Commodore 64.
It does. Yeah, this guy's stretching very, very bad.
He's from Microsoft, right?
Uh,
Oh no, he's from
Atari, yeah.
Yeah, I read this thing.
he calls it, the game beautiful. It's genius. I want to play it. I'm anxious to play it. He said, taking all that into this platform is what we're interested in doing. The Steam thing is just different positioning. The Atari brand is also a very approachable brand. It used to be.
In '85, it was.
It used to be.
I was not alive in 85.
It was, there used to be a time where you're like, yeah, Atari, wow. And then Nintendo came along and you're like,
Atari who?
okay, yeah. Because,
Yeah, I think I just missed the Atari.
well, you didn't miss
Yeah,
much.
you missed Pitfall. Sorry.
Yeah,
That
Pitfall
far.
was fun. I'll give it that. Pitfall 2 was better. It says, with Atari, you have an approachable brand. You have people in their 40s who remember playing it when they were younger. But also, to the younger generation, Atari sparked something as well. Does it? Does Atari mean anything to you?
I think it's more millennials,
Okay.
probably.
They had cool T-shirts.
It says, I brought a 12-year-old
Yeah,
boy.
true. their logo's really nice.
Well, okay. They do have a very distinguishable logo. We'll give
Yeah, it's
them
kind of retro, So people wear that T-shirt, and you're like, "Oh, I like the Atari T-shirt. What was your favorite game?" I
Yeah.
never had one.
that. Fair enough. All right. Well, he says, I brought 12-year-old boys to see that Adam Sandler movie, Pixels. Name drop. Not mine. He said, I won't comment on the movie, ha ha ha,
It was
but
good.
the point is all these kids recognize every game, whether it's Centipede or Donkey Kong. I see these kids walking around San Francisco in Atari T-shirts.
See?
It's like the Ramones T-shirts, where 95% of the people who wear the shirt have never heard of the music, but there's something magical about the brand. And if you're not listening to the Ramones and you're wearing a T-shirt, how dare you?
I know.
Blasphemer.
Freaking awesome.
They are. He said, that's something we're bringing to this. Younger folks are going to get it. You can either stream or do other things on the Ataribox as well. We want it to be a device that in the living room is entertainment. It's gaming, but it's more than gaming. As a brand, we're able to do that. It speaks to a lot of people in different places. I mean, that's a mouthful that he just said through me. And I don't know if I'm 100% sold on this idea. Now,
It's going to fail.
If Atari is going to use their brand to push indie games, I'm thinking that's a smart move. But I think PC does it so well that why do you need a console to do that?
Sony, Microsoft, and the PC are already doing it.
Yeah. I feel like this is going to be a shot in the foot for them.
It is.
Yeah, I've never heard of an indie game on a console that's worked out hugely successful.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
when you think indie games, you think kind of PC, don't you think?
Yeah, I think that's where they thrive a little bit more. Now, that's not to say that consoles don't have their way of pushing, because, like he was saying, Sony, they have a good push for indie games. They'll especially put them on their monthly game list where you can get your PS Plus for free. And, that's a big hook for me. I've said it numerous times. That's what got me to play Hotline Miami. Never played it before in my life, but because it was free, I said, let me give this a shot, and I fell in love with it, and it made me buy the second one day one. So they got my money. So I feel like if they can do it right, it could work, but I honestly do not feel that Atari, despite their brand, I don't think it's going to work out the way they're envisioning.
No, I don't think they have the money.
Yeah.
And I want them to prove me wrong, though.
Yeah.
But right now, I don't see it working out.
I think they're
As
going
someone who didn't get a chance to ever play with an Atari, I think it's intriguing. It's like, this happened just a little bit before my time, right? Mm-hmm. So what was the hype back then, and how is it gonna, be what's the word? Proposed to me in a way that's gonna pull me in.
Right.
So.
And they do have an interesting hook if they use some of their older games, if they can find their good older games for the few that they have to hook people, because I feel like the retro graphics that a lot of people are doing now, I feel like that's important in a way, because you're showing that games do not have to rely on graphics alone to be good, because I've seen people say, hey, what do you think of this game? Oh man, the graphics are awesome. Okay, what was the game like? Tell me about the game. It
was beautiful.
Yeah, they tell you it just looks good, and that tells me nothing about the game. A game can look great and be terrible.
Yes.
But a game can look very 8-bit, and you think, oh man, this game looks stupid, but it's amazing. So graphics aren't everything, even though they are a hook to catch your eye. I don't know. Get
this in 4K.
Right.
For price $200.
I want to see Pitfall in 4K.
That would be, wow. I don't even know what that would look like.
It would probably look like a white blob with legs, jumping a hole, swinging.
It'd be very rigid and crisp. Like one big...
Like you could cut yourself on those corners.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Be a very dangerous way to play Pitfall.
I think they ought to make it 8-bit.
They did.
Was that 8-bit, or was that something lower than 8-bit? The beginning.
It was 8-bit as you can get. I
figured, like when I think 8-bit, it was more like Mario.
Okay, maybe 64 kilobytes.
Yeah, we'll go there.
We downgraded. It still sounds big. All right, now we're going to get into our weird news. Weird news.
Sounds like me.
I only found one piece of weird news.
That's all we need.
Did you know that there is an Xbox One X hotel?
Why?
No.
I don't know.
Thank you, Microsoft.
This hotel will be offered for a limited time in Sydney, Australia, to give fans early access to the powerful new console.
God damn it. They are killing me.
Called the Xbox Stay and Play, the Paramount Park Paramount-based structure will be available for 2-hour or overnight bookings between November 3rd and through the 5th. It's a temporary hotel, mind you, that will have 4 main suites, each themed after a different game. One is Forza Motorsport 7,
Boo.
Assassin's Creed Origins, Minecraft, and that's all that they have confirmed.
That's 3. So the fourth one is just makeout room.
Okay,
That's
there
what
you
I'm
go.
saying. If
The
I book a
Hangout.
hotel room for 2 hours, I am not playing a game. I'm playing Hide the Weasel is what I'm playing.
Now, overnight bookings will be offered between 8 p.m. and 8 a.m. and will offer a chance to play a range of games on the Xbox One X. Bookings also include concierge and room service, supersized 4K HDR-ready TVs, Dolby Atmos sound systems, and, of course, Xbox onesies.
Oh my God!
That's the selling point.
Where do I call? I'm so excited.
Xbox onesies.
Did you? Is it a Snuggie?
No, a onesie. Xbox onesie.
Yeah.
So you get this nice little onesie.
But ain't that the same thing as a damn?
No, a Snuggie's like a blanket with sleeves.
Well, what do they call?
Yeah.
Man, that's the same.
No. A onesie would be like, footy pajamas or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. But don't that a onesie? Come on, damn! I don't want a onesie.
Well, then you don't have to go to the hotel.
I want to go.
All
I
right,
want the
well, look.
2-hour room though.
The group lead, Jeremy Hinton of Xbox Australia, said, much like the One X, we've designed the stay and play to give players the most immersive gaming experience possible. Each room has been designed with our fans in mind. We hope that the experience gives them a chance to experience true 4K gaming in a genuinely unique environment days before the product is in stores.
How much is the room? Does it
I'm
say?
sure it will be outrageously
You are
expensive.
just-
Probably more than the console costs itself.
And you have to sign up for Windows 10.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna make you do that.
Or Windows Hello. Yeah,
When
they're gonna throw that
is
in.
that the?
I don't know.
Oh my
I'm
God.
sure that they'll
Why
throw
do you
that
have to
at
put
you.
it in Australia?
Yeah, no
Ooh,
kidding.
you about knocked.
That seems like that would have been but they always do the cool stuff outside the country. It's
That's
never
because
happened.
nobody is getting with that shit here.
But it would sell. You know it would.
I know there's
You
idiots.
know it would.
I just go to the Southland Motel if I want to get a 2-hour room.
Terrible.
Yeah, and get some meth too.
Now, I'm going to move on to a little topic that I have. I figured I wanted to talk a little bit about something today, and since we have a streamer on, I thought it would be good. I guess I want to see if there's a worth topic discussing, but I think at the same time this might go pretty quick, so we'll see. Despite the growing popularity of online streaming services like Netflix and HBO, the most popular form of online video is indisputably video game content. Now, in a recent report, interactive media research group Superdata has revealed that an audience for video gaming or gaming video content, which the group classifies as online videos, live streams related to gaming, sits at a whopping 665 million people worldwide just for 2017.
God dang.
Not only is this more than twice the population of the entire United States, it's more than the combined worldwide audience for online. Now, according to the report, the primary channel for gaming video content is YouTube, with an audience of 117 million viewers watching gaming-related content on the service. Twitch comes in at a distant second with an audience of 185 million viewers worldwide. One big takeaway from Superdata's study is the need for consumer brands to acknowledge the popularity of video gaming content. Ads and sponsorship of gaming videos are on track to rake in a massive $3.2 billion just this year, while donations and subscriptions to creators of video or gaming videos are due to top $1.3 billion. Superdata's study also covers the reasons why people watch video or gaming videos. First and foremost, viewers are interested in learning more about the game they want to play, with 76% of users surveyed citing as one of the primary motives in watching gaming videos. Just as intriguing is the fact that 57% of those videos studied said that they watched gaming videos to learn more about the games they already played, highlighting the value of gaming videos that include tips and tricks for getting better at popular games. Now, this study comes in the wake of Netflix revealing how many of its users binge watch TVs within a 24 hours of its release, like Stranger Things or The Defenders, things like that.
I have a question.
Yes.
How long before Netflix does something like that?
I think that they would probably be more inclined to integrate something if they could, like Twitch.
Or do they buy YouTube?
Google would have to.
Oh yeah, I forgot Google
Yeah,
bought it.
they would probably integrate something
Yeah, I
like
forgot
that.
about that.
Twitch, I feel like they have an opportunity to remain solo, but there's a company out there waiting to swallow them up.
Amazon bought them.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. They did, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, we'll see how that works out.
Google's going to buy Netflix.
Now, I guess the reason I kind of posed this question out there, and I guess this is where our topic kind of comes in, is why? Not just what they're sitting here talking about here, but what is it about the appeal of video games versus television?
Well, I think like with Twitch, it's also, first off, you're getting to look at a game that maybe you don't have, or you enjoy playing, and you get to interact with people and ask questions while it's going on. So there's the draw there. It's like a sense of community, you know? I mean, like with Epic, you know, you go in there, when I go and watch a stream, I see all of y'all in there talking. So it's like a place for y'all to all talk. You know, sometimes I throw in some crap, and then I get shot down by you. I don't really appreciate it.
I gotta just keep you in line
Every
buddy.
day. Every time.
Not all the time.
I try to sneak on. I'm like, oh, look, Beth's playing Evil Within 2. And then all of a sudden I see Demonic wakes to the stench of a loser. And I'm like, am I that loser? And then I get confirmed today, yes, I am that loser. And it breaks my heart. But that's the draw to it. Because I thought, and to me, that was cool, you know? Even though you called me a loser. I don't appreciate it.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's in the live. It's more than just a game. It's meeting these people that you would have never met otherwise.
Right.
That's a huge appeal. Like, and it helps. I think it helps with even people skills. Like, you're staring at the camera, right? And you're learning how to do these things. And then like these people come along, and it's like practice. And you might like, my hands get cold when I get anxious. So over time, they don't anymore. Like they used to. When I first started streaming, my hands would be cold the entire time. And I've learned about myself, and I've learned about all these amazing people that, you know, are here with me on this streaming site. And it's such a huge appeal. Every day I come back and I'm like, what am I gonna see today? Who am I gonna meet today? And it's so nice. It's more than just the game.
Now see, here's a question just to kind of toss out another way of looking at this. Now, if we're talking about just streaming in general, because I kind of do understand the appeal. I do it. I'm one of these people in this study that, you know, I get stuck on a game or something like that, or maybe I just don't understand how to do something. Like, you know, I was trying to unlock a trophy on Injustice, and it had to do with a certain move, and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Maybe I'm not understanding the move right. So I had to see it visually and say, okay, now I know what I'm doing wrong, and I could do it. Boom, trophy achieved, and I got it. Now, in saying that, do you feel like something like Rabbit could kind of undermine this? Rabbit is you can watch TV shows and movies with people, but it's much like in the same vein as Twitch. You are there with people, you're in a room, you chat. Do you feel like that could still catch on, or do you still feel like video games would dominate the market when it comes to stuff like this?
I feel like they're two separate markets.
It is.
Right.
Yeah.
But
video watching, like TV shows together, you can get together with a group of friends and do that, like in real life too. And the thing with Rabbit is that there's like a chat room, but you also just want to watch the movie or whatever's playing on that time. I've been there hundreds of times, and there's even like music videos that are just in loops of succession. You just go to like listen to it, or just go to listen to it or watch it. Like, you know, Lacey does her movie nights with her viewers. That's another way just to connect with them outside of the stream. It's if anything, it's a bonus. Right.
Very true. Yeah. I don't know. It's funny that it is video games that seem to be handling this market. Like, what is it about video games that have just hooked so many people versus content from, you know, movies and stuff like that? It's fascinating to me that's what's bringing the draw in everywhere.
Well, it's like you said, like when me and you play games, I don't automatically go to YouTube for it, but when I get stuck and I've tried and tried and tried and tried, I go look at YouTube. There's other things like Minecraft. People are creative with this game and take it and turn it into some kind of TV show. Like Peyton watches this little couple, they play and they do these little skits and stuff, and she's entertained for hours. She watches it over and over and over. Like I bet her average time of watching YouTube is probably 3 hours at a time. Instead of playing games, she's watching YouTube, watching Minecraft. Then she goes and plays Minecraft. And she watches Dan TDM, the Diamond Minecart, I guess. She really loves that guy. But I think that's the draw. It's games are. It's like watching TV and watching your game at the same time. I guess it's awesome. But Twitch, like she said, it's a community. That's why. And you can't get that with a movie because you got to follow a storyline and pay attention to what people are saying, and you can't really pay attention to like a chat at the same time.
Right.
Exactly. But Rabbit is awesome to be in the same room and watch it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like in Twitch, like, hey, you weren't there for the first stream and they started playing this. You could like ask them, hey, what's happened so far? And I'm sure they'd be more than happy to give you a synopsis of like what's happened. And you're like, hey, go watch the VOD again if you got time, and you'll be right caught up.
Mm-hmm.
I think Twitch and YouTube are different enough that they both excel. But definitely when it comes to video games on Twitch, it's more than just a video game.
Yeah, I do feel like YouTube. I guess I was a little surprised that they are pulling in the most, but I think that's mainly because you have where we go look for those videos. You know, you have people who just need that little push to help them figure out what they're doing wrong. So I think that's why they get the bigger draw of numbers, because you have those walkthrough videos or tips and tricks videos. And it's just easy just to say, well, I need to figure this out. Boom, boom, boom. I type it in and there it is. YouTube's just so accessible that way. So, but yeah, I find that to be a little fascinating that video games are really the big content draw when it comes to online video. It's interesting to me.
I don't watch Netflix as much as I used to. I still have it, but like, I was never a huge TV watcher growing up. It was always like video games that I was like, oh, what does this do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like, what's the storyline? And there's like so many different things. And yeah, I was a weird kid.
Nah.
I think it's funny though with girl gamers. I think she said it, and maybe I can't remember who, but like they always snuck into their brother's room and played the games after they went there.
Yeah.
Or they watched their brothers play. Their brothers wouldn't let them play.
Yeah, society takes a while to change, for sure.
Yeah.
And it's difficult, but
we're getting there.
You surround yourself with a good group of people, and it's great.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I'm going to move on to our real small release dates list, because I only had 2 games
Well, what you got?
that were coming out. They're coming out on October 31st, Halloween.
Yay, my favorite holiday.
And I'm sure that the reason it's so light is because we just had, 3 big games drop?
Yeah.
You had South Park dropped, Assassin's Creed dropped, Super Mario Odyssey dropped.
Mm-hmm.
So
You're not messing with that.
yeah, Wolfenstein, it dropped. So okay,
Definitely
we can understand that it's going to be light. But anyway, we have Bubsy. I'm sorry, Bubsy, the Woolly Strike Back on PS4 and PC.
Boom.
And also Steven Universe Save the Light for PS4.
God. I told you that would be an awesome video game. Have you ever watched that show?
I am very aware of the song now because it is. I don't know where it came from, out of the blue. Now I hear "We Are the Crystal Gems" all the time in my house. So it's I'm aware of it.
It's a great show, man.
And I'm not knocking it. It probably is. I just haven't been drawn in yet.
Dude, if you want to get drawn in, watch the episode where he finds the video of his mother and he finds the lion at the same time. Dude, you'll be bawling at the end of it.
All right.
It makes me cry, dude. Okay. It's so sweet.
I have no doubts. I'm not knocking it.
I got it recorded on my DVR just because of that.
Well, it's fine, man. It's good.
I'm very.
I'm glad
sensitive.
that you're touched by Steven Universe.
I'm just sensitive, okay?
I know. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm not a loser.
I'm sensitive.
I'm not a loser, and I don't stink.
All right. I've told you before. I'll tell you. So he doesn't feel self-conscious. Every time I watch Logan, I cry. Every time.
I do too.
I can't help it.
It's the
I'm
daddy
never seen
part.
Logan.
You should. It's a really good movie, and every single, and I've watched it probably 5 times.
Yeah. And
Every single time.
it's going to cause a divorce in my house, I think. She said, I don't like this movie. It's stupid. No.
Wow.
I don't.
Of course, she didn't like it either.
No, yeah, I know. And then that's just
I haven't
stacking
seen
up.
that either. I want to.
Yeah, you
We
need
got
to
the
see it.
we got the movie tickets for the release of the new Star Wars.
What?
Yeah.
The new Star Wars?
Oh, yeah.
I think it's which one is it? It's something. It's on like December 13th or something. It's a movie.
It's December 15th.
I don't
It
remember.
might be different for
Now I
them.
kind of feel bad.
Oh, that's right, yeah. It's the day after Peyton's
I think
birthday.
it's Star Wars.
The Last Jedi?
Yes.
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 I can't wait.
Can't wait. So excited.
All right.
Nerdgasm.
Well, I don't really have a review this week. I was going to put together something, but I screwed up. I was struggling to scramble and get everything together, so I didn't have a review. But I figured that I could just take a moment, since I haven't done it yet, to explain why we were off last week to those who might not know. I snuck into TwitchCon. And when I say that, I meant that no one but maybe like one person knew I was going to be there. And I wanted to surprise a few people, which I did successfully.
Well, I'm not supporting TwitchCon.
Okay.
I didn't get to go.
He didn't get to go.
I know,
But
I'm not
it was, like I said, I didn't tell anybody. I wanted it to be like the biggest, hugest surprise imaginable. So I just shut everything down. I was like, one person has to know because they have to get me somewhere. And to just talk about the con for a second, I feel like that there probably was a lot more there that I could have done, because it was a huge convention center. They had stages set up where they were doing panels. I'd never seen anything like it before, like actually been there to see, because you'll see those videos online all the time where people are doing panels at these cons and stuff like that. You see them all the time during E3, things like that. That's what this kind of felt like in a way, but in a surreal way, because I've never been on that side of it. But yet they were streaming these panels, and I found out, this was so disappointing for me, that I found out that there was a fellow YouTuber there at one point. I don't know if he was there during the time that I was, but I would have loved to have met him. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Andre Meadows. He's a Black Nerd Comedy.
Oh, I've heard you talk about him.
Yeah, he's a funny guy. He happened to be there. They were promoting Power Rangers game, Hyperforce or something like that, and he actually gets to be the Blue Ranger.
Nice.
So I thought that was pretty cool. But I don't know if he was there when I was or not. But when I found that out, I was like, that's sad. Because I would have just loved to have met him, just even for a moment, and just said, "Hey, it's nice to meet you," and then that'd be it. But there were games aplenty. We got to see a few indie games. We actually got a few codes. We may actually be talking to some developers on future episodes that we met and rubbed elbows with there.
Nice.
I had an opportunity to play Crumple, which we promoted and pushed on this site or on this podcast before. On this site. I don't know why I said site. On this podcast. But I did not get a chance to play it. It was there. I got to see it in action. And it looks fantastic. It got me even more excited to play it.
I want to play it.
So I'm eager to play it.
Yeah,
They had these big panels set up, or they had this huge Ark. Have you ever heard of the game Ark?
Yeah.
It's like dinosaurs or something like that. They had this big T-Rex or something of that nature set up where you could actually get your picture taken on it, like sitting on the back of it.
Wow, that's awesome.
I didn't do it, but I thought, man, I guess that would have been kind of neat just to do. Why not? But there were people everywhere. It was so crowded. It was a very interesting experience. I feel like that if I go back again next year, I'm going to have a different approach to it.
I'm hiding in your suitcase.
Because I would really like to, because again, I showed up, it was only 2 days that I was out there. I really only got to see a lot of TwitchCon on day 2 on Saturday because we did a lot of schmoozing, a lot of walking around, passing out cards, letting people know that Super Mega Crash Brothers exists. And I did get to see, have you ever seen, yeah, I'm sorry. No, I want to explain, because I'm sure that, I'm kind of hoping that these people are listening right now, and I'm sorry I don't remember your names, but if you are listening, I apologize, but it's awesome. I'm going to tell everybody about it. Have you seen the Bob Ross picture created?
Poke Your Eyes Out games.
Yeah. That's them.
Yep.
What is
Yeah,
it?
they made this huge wall-sized Bob Ross picture out of beads.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, and I wish I'd have taken a picture of it. I feel like a schmuck that I didn't.
Yeah, I
After
would
the
too.
fact, I was like, why didn't I take a picture of this? But you get up so close to it and you see these just teeny tiny little beads, and they put them together.
That's pretty
Poke
awesome.
Your Eyes Out games.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that. Cause,
Yeah.
yeah. But it was awesome. I got to meet them, shook their hands, talked to them for a moment. It was awesome. I really admired what they did, and we could have them on the show.
I'm hiding in your suitcase if you go next year.
Okay, well, I'll throw you and rough you up a little bit.
I don't care.
Okay,
Thanks
you're gonna
for
pay
everything.
that carry-on fee though.
I'll pay it. I'll lose a lot of weight.
okay.
I do like the boxing thing. Like I'll really slim down to like 94 pounds.
You can become a
94 pounds.
contortionist.
Yeah. I'm pretty flexible.
Become a contortionist.
My mama said I'm flexible.
Awesome. She would know.
She would know.
I don't know. It was definitely something I would love to do again. I would hope that they will move it. I don't want to go back to
Yeah.
Long Beach because that was the most inconvenient town I have ever been in my
We should
life.
come to Nashville.
Because yeah, it would be nice. It would
Be
really
awesome.
be cool.
I hope they do it in Chicago.
That would be cool too. I just
Yeah.
I want again just to rant a little bit on my trip. Like I said, with Long Beach, it was a beautiful place. I'd never been to California before. It was a very interesting experience. I wouldn't say that the people there are any different because I don't feel like I really interacted with people from the town because it was interacting with so many people from so many different places in one spot that I don't know who was who. Everyone seemed like a normal person to me in regards to the situation that we were presented.
Probably because you're not judgmental.
Yeah. But I wanted some basic necessities, and I never, around here, you've got gas stations, you've got CVS
Walgreens.
pharmacies, Walmarts, everything. They seem to be available at some point. In this big city,
Yeah.
where all these things are condensed into one spot, I did not see one single convenient mart anywhere.
Yeah, those are saving grace.
And it was just like, what? Where's the 7-Eleven or the Circle K or something? Anything? Someplace I can just walk in and grab a Coke or something like that.
You got to go to San Bernardino.
Nowhere.
You got to go to San Bernardino to get the Circle K.
Oh, well, I'm
Gonna
sorry, I
take-
didn't know. I needed a place. I needed that one little place, and apparently they were not in the area that I was in. They were a couple of blocks up the road, so that would have been a bit of a trek, and I was already running around. But
That's a. Go ahead.
oh no, I just but overall it was a fun experience. The main reason I went was to meet the Epic crew. I really wish that I would have gotten to meet Kenzie and Mammoth, but I understand. I mean, it was
Yeah.
No excuses. No excuses.
but they're in another country. They're in another country.
You could take a boat or swim.
But
or
that's
a plane.
one boat, and then they'll have to still fly, unless they go all the way around, and that's just very inconvenient.
Magellan did it.
They are not Magellan.
So?
It'll take them a couple. They would have had to have left 3 months ago.
They have GPSs named after Magellan.
Good for him.
I heard spacing was a pretty big issue, like accommodating so many people.
Yeah.
If they moved it to like a convention center that's like huge, I think that'll be really, really nice. Because like even in Indiana, we have the Indiana Convention Center, which hosts Gen Con. And Indianapolis had like a really big redo when they hosted the Super Bowl a couple of years back. So it's like There's everywhere in the world. It doesn't always have to be in California.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. Nashville has a brand new convention center. It's awesome. They have that top that's got the party deck that's grass on top of it.
That's right.
And I only have to drive 20 minutes.
That's right.
20 minutes.
We would be set.
We can meet over here and then drive there.
That's right. So maybe we'll get lucky and they'll have it here. We just the Twitch community around here has to grow enough for them to want
No,
it,
we just need to send a lot of letters.
Okay. Well, we'll try. We'll try.
And then I will support
Yeah.
TwitchCon when I get to go.
But
Till then, I hate it.
well, you don't have to hate it. But overall, I mean, I definitely want to go back. I can't wait to see what they'll do. But again, the main reason that I went to begin with was to meet the Epic crew. I really hope that more can show up next year, because when I started to look at who didn't show up, I realized that there were a lot of people I still didn't get to meet. I was a little sad about that, but I was still happy to meet the ones that I did, because one of my main concerns going is I know these people, but I don't know them. You know what I mean? Like I've spoken to all of you online. I've seen some of your faces enough times that I know it inside and out, but I still don't know you.
Right.
And I think that was one of my biggest concerns going, is I was nervous about that. I was like, what if, they turn out to be kind of a jerk, or what if, they don't like me, whatever it might be,
Yeah.
So many things go through your head. And I get there and it was like meeting your family for the first time. You knew who they were. You're excited to see them. And it was just a great experience, because I never felt out of place with them. It's like we fit together just like we should have. And when it came to leaving Sunday, because I didn't have a whole lot of time to be there, it was hard. I didn't want to leave. I feel like it was a combination of a lot of things, but I really feel like I got the blues bad, because I didn't want to leave these people who I just really got to know, and now I've got to leave. And they're still going to be there for a couple of days. And they even told me, they had the same problems too. They didn't want to leave and they got the blues. But I don't know. It felt like it hit me really hard. But I do know that they'll always be there. I feel like our friendships, our bonds got tighter and stronger, and I'm thankful for it. I'm glad that I got to do that.
I'm glad you said it. I have a message for you. It's from Wicked Beth.
Okay, what?
You want it now?
I guess so.
Okay, shut your eyes.
No, I'm gonna shut my eyes.
Okay, I'm just gonna do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, thanks. I just got kissed by Todd.
On the cheek. I did not kiss the mouth, and there was no tongue. Little bit of tongue on the cheek. I did do a little tongue.
Okay, well.
That was from Wicked Beth, not me. That was strictly through me, her.
All right. Thanks for that.
My
Thank
good.
you, Beth, for that embarrassment. All right. Well, with that in mind, I'm going to wrap up the show.
No, it's a good show. Am I a good kisser?
Sure.
I put like a lip balm on.
Well, thank you for that. Thank you for at least making it soft.
You're welcome. And I use like conditioner on my beard.
That's even better. Thank you. Get some beard oil.
Yeah, I got some too. I have beard balm.
Oh, okay.
Beard butter.
Beard balm. Yeah. Well, we'd like to thank all of our listeners for following our podcast across the web. You can leave us reviews on Podbean, iTunes, YouTube, Google Play Music, wherever you listen. We'd love to hear from you. You can also follow our Facebook page, join our community page to talk about video games with fellow gamers, give us topics to discuss, maybe ask John a question so we can do that thing.
If he's ever here to answer the damn thing.
Yeah, if he's ever here. Yeah, I think he's upset because he's not getting questions. So that's why he didn't show up anymore.
I think that's why.
I can ask me some questions, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like nobody ever asks him anything. Yeah. I don't think anybody likes John.
Well, it's a shame.
I don't like him.
I like him. He's all right. He's good to me.
Okay. He didn't. I'm still mad. He didn't buy me a chicken nugget when he came over one time. He asked everybody.
Nugget, you should ask for 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like an order of chicken nuggets. Does anybody want anything? I said, I want a chicken nugget. He didn't get them for me. He didn't bring them.
He maybe he just, I don't know. I'm not going to defend him. He can defend himself.
He needs
all I'm saying is that maybe
haven't
there
brought
was
that
a
up to him.
miscommunication.
I'm going to say that's probably it, but I'm holding a grudge. I don't know why.
It's okay. It's a chicken nugget, man. I'll buy you some if you want. You can also head over to Redbubble and find an official Super Mega Crash Brothers t-shirt. I was wearing it at TwitchCon. You can see the picture on our Facebook page. Go get you one if you think it looks stylish enough. You can get it in whatever color you want.
We need magnets and bumper stickers.
We do. You can get stickers, Super Mega Crash Brothers stickers. We have all sorts of merch on Redbubble. Just go over there and check it out. You can also go to patreon.com/pencil and paper productions to help support our show. $5 or more will get you early access content to such videos as Season 2 of our YouTube series Man Cave, premiering this coming Saturday
So excited.
at 7 p.m., November 4th.
It's a man cave.
Yes, everything's finally coming up daisies because I've finally got... I have to let the episodes go. I've been obsessing, trying to make sure every little detail is correct, and then I'll see something, I'm like, oh gosh, I gotta go fix that, and then I have to erase everything and start over again, and I've had so many revisions of episodes, it's not funny.
What
And
do I
at some
always
point,
tell you?
I have to say, stop. Just let it go, man.
That's what I tell you.
I know, but I'm inside my own head. I see the mistakes, I gotta fix it.
It's okay. I get in my own head all the time.
And it was funny, I actually saw something the other day where it was like, they were talking about content creators. They said they're never finished with their work, and I'm like, God, you're so right. Well, anyway, thank you so much for listening. I am Stephen White.
Oh, I'm Todd Stark.
Kenzie, thank you so much for being here.
It was
my
a pleasure. Hey, you said you're from the East Coast. Are you a Yankees fan?
I'm a Cubs fan.
God damn it.
I do like the Yankees, though. I wish
No.
they had won over the Astros.
It's okay. Don't placate to him.
No,
you can be a Cubs fan
Mammoth
too.
likes the Yankees. Am I right?
I mean, we did end up watching the Yankees a lot, like last week when they were playing the Astros because he was on the podcast. So yeah.
Screw the Astros.
I think you rubbed off on him.
I hate the Astros.
Me too.
Anyway, join us again next time, everyone. But until then, game on.